Robert De Niro, Queen Latifah, and Steve Carell this week.
Look at this all-star team.
We are happy to help.
Let's go!
This is very dangerous. Poison, biotoxins.
Very bad guys.
You have to act fast.
Drop it now.
The battle's just started, but we've already won. Cause we're about to get it done.
Your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly sponsors tonight's first segment of Eyewitness News. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru confidence in motion. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
First at 11 and developing tonight, the Kings County Health Department confirming its first case of monkeypox. This comes as the first U.S. fatality from the disease was confirmed today in Los Angeles County. CBS 47's Jennifer Ortega talked with South Valley health officials about the Kings County case.
The Kings County Department of Public Health says they've been proactive, educating the public and giving out vaccinations. But today they did confirm their first case of monkeypox.
We were anticipating that this was going to eventually happen.
Nicole Fisher with Kings County Public Health says as soon as they confirmed their first monkeypox case, they started their contact tracing.
It's definitely something that is not a big threat to the community in general. It is something that is very specific to skin-to-skin contact or materials that have touched those sores on somebody who has monkeypox and then sharing that with somebody else.
Fisher says they've been working closely with the state on protocols if someone walks in with symptoms to a clinic or hospital.
We have received calls from other counties identifying certain people in Kings County as contacts of a case in another county.
According to the California Department of Public Health, statewide there's been 4,300 cases of monkeypox. Fresno County has seen 26, Tulare County 3, Merced County 1, Mariposa County 1. As for Madera County, no cases have been reported yet.
It's hard to know. It may just partly be luck. We may have, 2 or 3 cases in a few days from now.
Simon Paul with the Madera County Public Health Department says the cases statewide are already coming down quickly.
I'm really encouraged by the numbers decreasing. I think there's a good chance we'll be able to get them down to extremely low or maybe even eradicated, which has happened with smaller outbreaks before.
Paul says it's only a matter of time before every county sees a case of monkeypox, and Madera County is prepared.
People aren't asymptomatic for years like with HIV, so there's a lot more ability for people to lower their own risk while more people get vaccinated.
Of course, if you are feeling symptoms of monkeypox, health officials say you can walk into any clinic or hospital to be tested. In the studio, Jennifer Ortega, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Jennifer, thank you. And for a closer look at the statewide number of monkeypox cases, just click on our website, yourcentralvalley.com.
Temperatures have come down the last couple of days from the triple digits to the 90s this weekend and today. And now tomorrow, parts of the valley are going to drop into the 80s. Let's go ahead and give you a look outside with our Valley Cam network. This is going to be the view from our CBS 47 studio camera. We've had a few clouds around this evening. I expect to keep some of those around tonight, but by tomorrow, they will be decreasing. 84 right now, Fresno, 83 Hanford. We have 70s for those of you in the North Valley. Midnight temperature will be in the upper 70s. 8 o'clock temperature tomorrow, 70, and then by 5 p.m., 88 degrees, so cooler than today's upper 90s. I will talk about us sticking with the 80s in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up, but first we'll send it back to Brian.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, new here at 11 o'clock, providing more resources for parents of African-American students in Fresno Unified. That is a goal for district officials. Tonight, the district held a workshop for parents to help them understand what resources are available. CBS 47's Catherine Phillips was there.
The Fresno Unified District says they know they have not always provided enough resources for African American families and parents. Today, they hosted their second event aimed at changing that.
This is for sure a very good beginning.
Dozens of parents like Kiwana Hartstern gathered for a workshop on student success, academic achievement, and parent involvement with the Fresno Unified School District. She says as an educator herself, she knows how to navigate preparing her own student for college and working with them on student leadership. However, she says she knows for other parents, that's not the case.
Because some of the parents haven't gone to college, so they don't really know the ins and outs of when the deadlines are to go to college or financial aid.
On top of information on student engagement, academic excellence, and college preparedness, motivational speakers also spoke to parents, spreading the message of achievement and how to show up for students. Lisa Mitchell with the African American Acceleration Department at Fresno Unified says she knows the district has progress to make. This past spring, a photo circulating from Bullard High School shows what looks like a student in a KKK hood, prompting frustrations from parents and students that the district wasn't doing enough to be inclusive of and to support Black families.
We know as a system we haven't always done a great job in engaging our African American Black families, and we want them to be involved at the table. We want to see them as parent partners, and so that starts with building trust with our parents.
Mitchell says the focus is to let parents know the district is working on making strides, to not just be inclusive, but to give them the resources their families need.
The parents are the first teachers, right, in their lives, and so it's important that they, again, are at the table, partner with us so that their child can be successful.
Superintendent Bob Nelson says in a statement he hopes events like this one changes the achievement gap for African American students. Reporting in Fresno, Catherine Phillips, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Here at 11, we are continuing to follow the death of 8-year-old Sophia Mason and those suspected in her death. Dante Jackson is now in police custody. He was arrested in the Bay Area on Saturday. He appeared in Merced County Court virtually earlier today, where his charges were read aloud to the courtroom. Jackson led police on a manhunt for 6 months. Officials say he sought the help of 3 women to stay hidden and evade police. Sophia's family tells us they're slightly relieved about the arrest, but want to see those responsible pay for what they did.
There's not a day that has gone by that we didn't wonder where he was or when he was going to be apprehended. We are relieved that he's off of the streets. There is no restitution. There is no justice. There is no fixing this. But I suppose we can be a step closer now that he will be put behind bars.
Jackson is being held in jail without bail. He'll be in court Wednesday. Samantha Johnson, Sophia's mom, is facing child neglect charges. She will also be in court on Wednesday. Also tonight, an update to a story that you first saw on Eyewitness News. The victim of a deadly drive-by shooting is now identified as 40-year-old Bernardo Iniguez. He was shot and killed outside of his home in southeast Fresno Friday night. Police say at least 12 rounds of shots were fired in the area of Hamilton and 9th Street. There were other people inside that home, and stray bullets even hit another home along with several vehicles, but no one else was injured. Police say while the victim has a criminal history, it has been difficult to identify the motive.
Nothing that necessarily jumps off the page at us that would cause us concern to believe that this might be the reason for his death.
Police do tell us they have surveillance video, but at this point they're not ready to release it. By the way, this is the 39th homicide in Fresno this year compared to 52 at this time last year. New at 11, take a look at the upper part of your screen here on the upper left side. This afternoon, a big rig caught on fire in western Fresno County. Traffic was backed up on I-5 near Highway 198 in the Coalinga area. We are working to learn what started that fire and if anybody was injured. Into the South Valley now, Kings County health officials are reporting the first 2 deaths associated with the West Nile virus this year. They say the first human infection in the county was reported on the 15th of July, and so far there have been 3 infections. Health officials are encouraging everyone to protect themselves from mosquitoes, especially by getting rid of standing water where mosquitoes often breed. In continuing coverage, President Joe Biden continues his effort to end cancer by announcing a major biotech and research initiative. 60 years after President John F. Kennedy's famous moonshot speech, President Joe Biden traveled to JFK's home state of Massachusetts to tout new steps in his own cancer moonshot. This new effort is to strengthen the federal government's ability to conduct biomedical research and improve health outcomes. The president wants to cut the cancer death rate in half over the next 25 years.
We're having a moonshot for cancer, for real. We're going to cure cancer over time. The goal is to cut cancer death rates by at least 50% in the next 25 years. To turn more cancers from death sentences into chronic diseases people can live with.
The president's son, Beau Biden, died of brain cancer in 2015. Since then, the president has committed to help end the disease, which kills more than 600,000 Americans every year. Now to an exclusive interview that you will only see on Nexstar news stations. Governor Gavin Newsom talking about steps that he'll take to slow down California raging wildfires. The governor was able to get a first-hand look at this 737 air tanker that the state plans on using over the next couple of months to help fight fires. The airplane is one of many that the governor saw during a tour with CAL FIRE at McClellan Air Park. Other aircraft include this Firehawk helicopter that comes with technology to fight fires at night.
Unprecedented tools, equipment, personnel, technology, doing everything we can to put a lid on this.
The governor says it's just part of the state's increasing commitment to fight wildfires, pointing out over the past 2 years, California has invested $2.7 billion to fight wildfires, way up from just $200 million in the year 2020. Also new at 11, students in Clovis got a chance to meet with representatives from military service academies. The information night was held at the Clovis Veterans Memorial District. Students of all grade levels and their parents got a chance to learn about academy life and the congressional nomination process. There are 4 U.S. military service academies that require nomination, and they include the Air Force, Academy Merchant Marine, Academy West Point, and the U.S. Naval Academy. Congresswoman Connie Conway hosted tonight's event.
It's a rigid process. They fill out an application. They need to have strong academics, maybe athletics, extracurricular activities, community service, and then strong references. And then we have a committee that will meet and look over all of the applications.
An academy applicant must be at least 17 years old, but not older than age 23 on July 1st of the year that they enter the academy. Oh, what a morning. 67 veterans and their guardians were given the special send-off this morning as the 22nd Central Valley Honor Flight left for our nation's capital. The veterans will be touring the memorials erected in their honor. We have some pictures, too, that were sent in to us by Marcus Gervais, who was with his uncle on the flight. This was the Veterans Barbecue Dinner, too, at the American Legion Post in Maryland. And here's a picture of Marcus and his uncle Gene, who served in the Korean War. Stay with Eyewitness News as we continue to follow the veterans on their trip. And coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 11, were they really after his jewelry? A rapper gunned down while having lunch this afternoon at a restaurant in Los Angeles. Plus, why credit card companies will begin tracking purchases at gun shops. And a border crossing in San Diego is about to get a major makeover. The story in tonight's Border Report. We'll see you back in about 1 minute.
All around us, events unfolding. Start your day with breaking news from the break of dawn to prepare you for the day ahead with Anthony Bailey, Megan Ruth, here when you need them. Investigative journalism, up-to-date pinpoint weather, on air and online. The Valley's only AM team on Eyewitness News this morning. Weekdays from 5 to 7 on CBS 47.
The 2022 Subaru Crosstrek is as powerful as your sense of adventure. Its 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine makes exploring fun. Sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard. And the Crosstrek has the best resale value in its class for 2 years running. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get to Subaru at Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Please, I don't ask for much, but please let this go to trial.
Colbert's New with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney tonight on CBS.
This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
P&B Rock, a Philadelphia-based rapper best known for his hit singles Fleek and Selfish, was shot and killed during a robbery in South Los Angeles today. The rapper, whose real name is Rakeem Hashim Allen, was dining with his girlfriend at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles when he was shot. A witness claims the robbery was related to jewelry. No one else was injured. New at 11, the biggest credit card companies plan on doing something that they've never done before. Visa, MasterCard, American Express are all going to start tracking gun sales using a special merchant code. So-called category codes are already used for places like bike shops and nail salons. Supporters say tracking gun sales could help identify a potential mass shooter. Those against it say that it's an unfair erosion of gun rights. It handles more than 5,000 commuters every single day. A border crossing in San Diego is about to get a major upgrade. Salvador Rivera shows us what's in the works in tonight's border report.
As of this week, work is underway to add 6 pedestrian lanes to the Otay Mesa port of entry. This will make it easier and faster for people to walk across the border. The Otay Mesa port of entry is the 4th busiest in the country. Its commercial side, where thousands of trucks cross the border daily, was just expanded. Work to remodel facilities on the pedestrian side, a $122 million project, will include 6 new lanes for commuters who cross the border on foot, which can take hours for the 5,700 people who walk across the border on a daily basis.
I'm always crossing, so it's not always like this, but today was definitely a little too much.
Grecia Solis told us it took her 2 hours to walk across the border Monday morning.
It is frustrating because there were not that many people, but still you would just see that it wasn't moving at all.
Solis and others we spoke with said they believe the new pedestrian lanes will make their lives a lot easier.
That will definitely help because you never know, you don't know what time you have to wake up in order to be able to get to work or go to school.
The plan is to build 6 new lanes by early next year. Once they are done, the existing lanes will be remodeled. All the work should be complete by May of 2023. Salvador Rivera, Border Report.
Still to come tonight on Eyewitness News at 11, we're learning new details about a mountain lion found in Visalia and his journey over the crest of the Sierra. The story right after your Pinpoint weather forecast.
And I do have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Your top pollens, ragweed, elm, and quinopods. Medium high levels tomorrow, then back to medium Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Temperatures are dropping. In fact, some of you will be in the 80s tomorrow. I'll take a look at your Pinpoint weather forecast next.
Penn Valley Innovators, new products, big ideas. Food industry firsts, stories of innovation. Who gets the $10,000 grand prize? Watch the Kgpe Environmental Pressure Cooker Competition, Saturday at 8, only on CBS 47.
Go ahead, grab the keys. Let's go! And get ready for your next adventure. Discover something new on the open road. Explore it all in a brand new fuel-efficient Toyota. Get low financing on the adventurous RAV4, sporty Camry, stylish Corolla, and versatile Highlander, including hybrids.
Grab the keys, come on, let's go.
Toyota, let's go places.
Connections, power, money. That's Sacramento insider Adam Gray. You've paid his salary most of his adult life. His first big job, working for a senator who was indicted for bribery, convicted of fraud, elected to the assembly. Special interests pay for his lifestyle, like jetting off to Hawaii, golfing at Pebble, running for Congress backed by Pelosi's machine. Connections, power, money. For Adam Gray, it's about him, not us. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Here in the Central Valley, it matters who's with us. And now that the Supreme Court has overturned 50 years of women having the right to choose, allowing politicians to outlaw abortion even in the case of rape, John Duarte definitely is not with us. Politician John Duarte, if he gets to Congress, Duarte will vote for partisan leaders Washington, who've pledged a nationwide ban on every woman's right to abortion. John Duarte. He's with them, not the Central Valley. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Growing up in the Central Valley, I would wake up before the sun rose to work with my dad in the fields. I grew up respecting hard work. I'm Rudy Salas. In the Assembly, I won overtime pay for farm workers and raised the minimum wage. I'm lowering the price of life-saving medication like insulin and making drinking water safer. And I was the only Assembly Democrat to vote no on raising the gas tax. I'm Rudy Salas, and I approve this message because I always honor those who grow our food and produce our gas.
CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us for Eyewitness News Investigates. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. Temperatures below 100 degrees today for the valley. 97 degrees in Fresno. Very close to 100 though for those of you in Hanford and Lemoore, coming in at 99 degrees today, and then 97 for Merced along with Madera. Right now it's 84 degrees in Fresno. We have 81 in Porterville. Lemoore down to the 70s. North Valley 70s. Mariposa currently at 77. Let's check in on the wind. A little bit of a breeze this evening, and this is something that we'll feel for the next couple of evenings. 14 miles per hour Fresno, 12 Hanford, 12 miles per hour Los Banos. I do expect these numbers to stay 5 to 15 miles per hour for the next several hours. Here's a look at our radar satellite loop. The last 12 hours, we did see some clouds around in the valley today. Very early this morning, close to Porterville, we picked up 3/100ths of an inch of rain, but most of the rain in the Sierra today. That's something that we're going to see again tomorrow. So let's talk about that with our forecast starting out at 11 o'clock this evening. Tonight, we're going to see a few clouds stick around in the valley. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Clouds will decrease in the valley tomorrow, but we will still see some showers and thunderstorms develop in the Sierra. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. For tomorrow night, we're going to stay clear. Then here's the start of our Wednesday. Sunshine for both the valley and the mountains on Wednesday. So I think that we will see an end to the moisture in the mountains by tomorrow evening. For tonight, cooler temperatures compared to what we've been feeling for the last couple of weeks when we've been in the 70s and 80s at night. We'll drop down to 69 in Fresno tonight, so more refreshing tomorrow morning. Tulare 65 for your low, Coalinga 67, Los Banos 63, Madera 62, and then Oakhurst 55. And take a look at these high temperatures tomorrow. Down from today's upper 90s. You'll be in the 80s in Fresno, 87 Madera, 86 Merced. South Valley, there will be some of you who reach 90. Tulare, Hanford, Lemoore, Coalinga, you'll all be at 90 tomorrow. Mariposa, expect 82. Tuolumne Meadows 60 tomorrow. I do expect to see some showers and storms. Yosemite Valley 76, Shaver Lake 66, heading to Grant Grove 64. We have 70s on the way in Cedar Grove, and then mid 50s in Sequoia National Park. Moderate air quality across the valley tomorrow, along with Sequoia National Park. Here's your extended forecast. 89 tomorrow, 85 Wednesday, 84 Thursday, up to 86 on Friday and Saturday, and then we drop back again to the low 80s on Sunday and Monday. In the Sierra, we will see that chance of isolated showers and storms again tomorrow. After that, plenty of sunshine is on the way through the weekend and into next week. Temperatures get a little cooler Sunday, Monday, right at 60 degrees. So we are going to enjoy these 80s finally heading our way after such a hot stretch of weather.
Yeah, refreshing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stick around for this. I want you to see this. We're learning more about the mountain lion that wildlife officials tranquilized and relocated from a Visalia neighborhood over the weekend. It was found in the area of Sedona Avenue and Mooney Boulevard. Researchers say the mountain lion recently traveled from the opposite side of the Sierra Nevada. That is quite a trek. We know this because when he was very little, they fitted him with a tag and a radio collar. They say it's likely the adolescent mountain lion was in search of a territory to make his own.
We've certainly had a very busy year as far as barren lions down in the valley. Between the dry conditions and the amount of forest fires we've had over the last several years, there's definitely drier, more sparse conditions up in the high country.
Researchers say the mountain lion made it over the crest of the Sierra about 3 weeks ago and found a lot of burned timber, so not a lot of food in that area, and then just slowly kind of made its way to that Visalia area. It has since been released and is back out into the wild. Oh, sleep with one eye open tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the new territory will be that it'll actually find.
Yes, hopefully very far away from Visalia.
Not in Visalia.
Yes. Just looking for some cat treats. Yeah.
Yes, just the cat treats, not the cat.
Yeah, how about some dog treats? Here we go. A former Bulldog has a big Monday out on the golf course, and Davante Adams talks about his debut with the Raiders. Plus, the Bulldogs get another crack at the Trojans this week, and their quarterback is all fired up. So are we. Scott Bemis is next with Sports Central.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
Most politicians only hurt you when they vote. The worst, like Rudy Salas, hurt you even when they don't. Salas skipped multiple votes to suspend the gas tax, denying relief to average Californians. But Salas did vote to spend our money promoting things like elite golf courses and five-star resorts. Places like where Salas was pampered on special interest trips. Votes when it suits him, doesn't care if he hurts you. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
While David Valadeo's living the high life, he's leaving us behind. Valadeo's family company took hundreds of thousands in government relief money, but he voted against helping families during the pandemic and raising the minimum wage. Valadeo raked in millions, but voted against capping insulin prices and cutting the gas tax. Valadeo even voted against bringing down grocery prices while we're feeling squeezed. David Valadeo, out for himself, not us. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There's no aspect of this job that I haven't done. There is a huge advantage in that. What matters is how what you say and what you ask and what you demand resonates. That's what's mattered. It wound up becoming really clear to me that not only am I not going to walk away, but I'm going to walk right back into it with a determination that I have never had before. This time I'm going to be on the insurgent side, to change the game, to be different. New perspective, new purpose, new network. That's News Nation.
Man, I gotta shine these boots. Say we need more.
Which one should be used to make our 150 pans of baklava?
Johnny's Bouzouki is way out of tune.
Celebrating 60 years, Fresno's Greek Fest is back.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, we've opened new locations to better serve our Kings, Tulare, and Fresno County communities. Call or stop by a beautiful new center near you.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
The latest conditions live. The CBS 47 Valley Cam Network on Eyewitness News. Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
To say Fresno State quarterback Jay Kaner is fired up this week might be an understatement. He grew up rooting for USC, but didn't get a sniff from SC in his own recruiting process. So yeah, he's just a little extra pumped for this week's matchup at the Coliseum.
I am gassed up. I mean, no one thinks we can win this game, so why even play this game if no one thinks we can win? I mean, let's go, dude. I mean, it's number 7 team in the country.
Yeah, dude. As of right now, the Dogs are nearly a 2-touchdown underdog against the Trojans. USC, under new head coach Lincoln Riley, features a bunch of talented transfers and is averaging over 520 yards of offense and nearly 54 points per game in winning their first 2 over Rice and Stanford.
You know, what I see on the field from them is I just look at their athleticism and their size and their speed, and you know they're right up there. I don't know if it's 7, I don't know if it's 5, I don't know if it's 9, I don't know what it is, but they're good.
By the way, this will be the first time since 2017 the Dogs will face a top 10 team. Time for Raiders Now, brought to you by Toyota. And Sunday, the Raiders came up a little short on the scoreboard against the Chargers, but Derek Carr and Devontae Adams flashed some of that great chemistry we saw at Fresno State. Devontae caught 10 balls for 141 and a touchdown. That score carrying a little extra meaning for Adams, who kept the ball as a keepsake.
Be able to get in the end zone, you know, from my childhood team is something that meant a lot to me. You know, obviously didn't end up winning the game with it, but at the end of the day, it still means a lot.
Next up for the Raiders, their home opener Sunday afternoon against the Cardinals. Meantime,
hopefully we come up big tomorrow, and then I hope I see you guys on Thursday night at 6:50 at Chansey Parks.
Yeah, that was Fresno Grizzlies manager Robinson Cancel on Monday. The Grizz open the playoffs at San Jose Tuesday night, then have their home playoff opener on Thursday. First 1,000 fans at that game get a rally towel, and there will be fireworks afterwards. So get out there and root on the Grizz. How about former Dinuba High COS and Fresno State pitcher Dylan Lee Monday night? The lefty reliever was perfect in 2 innings of work at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Struck out 4 of the 6 batters he faced. His ERA is an impressive 2.59 right now. The Giants did get the win, though, 3-2. Finally, another ex-Bulldog with the last name of Lee also had a good Monday. As Sacramento native, Alex Lee was able to Monday qualify for this week's Fortinet Championship on the PGA Tour. Lee shot an 8-under-64 at El Macero Country Club in Davis to earn co-medalist honors at the qualifier and earn one of the 4 spots into the PGA Tour event in Napa. Lee thinks it was his 9th attempt at Monday qualifying and earning his first ever tour start. And on the 9th try, he finally gets it done. Perseverance does pay off, Brian.
All right, Scott, good stuff. Well, still to come here on Eyewitness News at 11. Fresno police join departments all around the nation celebrating women in law enforcement. That story straight ahead.
When adventure calls, Toyota answers with more hybrid choices than any other brand. With class-leading NPG that never needs plugging in, you can venture on and off the grid with confidence. Every Toyota hybrid vehicle comes with Toyota Care 2-year complimentary scheduled maintenance and our exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile hybrid battery warranty for wherever adventure takes you. Toyota, let's go places.
For decades, I've worked at the intersection of domestic violence and homelessness. So when Prop 27 promised solutions to homelessness, I took a good hard look. It's not a solution. 90% of the money goes to the out-of-state corporations who wrote it. Very little is left for the homeless. Don't let corporations exploit homelessness to pad their profits. Vote no on 27.
While David Valadeo's living the high life, he's leaving us behind. Valadeo's family company took hundreds of thousands in government relief money, but he voted against helping families during the pandemic and raising the minimum wage. Valadeo raked in millions, but voted against capping insulin prices and cutting the gas tax. Valadeo even voted against bringing down grocery prices while we're feeling squeezed. David Valadeo, out for himself, not us. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Growing up in the Central Valley, I would wake up before the sun rose to work with my dad in the fields. I grew up respecting hard work. I'm Rudy Salas. In the Assembly, I won overtime pay for farm workers and raised the minimum wage. I'm lowering the price of life-saving medication like insulin and making drinking water safer. And I was the only Assembly Democrat to vote no on raising the gas tax. I'm Rudy Salas, and I approve this message because I always honor those who grow our food and produce our gas.
You might already know that Prop 27 taxes and regulates online sports betting to fund real solutions to the homelessness crisis. So how will that new revenue be spent? New housing units in all 58 counties, including permanent supportive housing, tiny homes communities, Project Roomkey supportive hotel units, and intensive mental health and addiction treatment. In short, 27 means getting people off the streets and into housing. Yes on 27.
New at 11, acknowledging and celebrating the contribution of female police officers who enforce law and order all around the country. Fresno Police Department posted this picture on social media with Fresno Police Chief Paco Balderrama honoring National Police Women Today. Fresno Police say that the national average of women in law enforcement is roughly 10%. Fresno Police Department is currently at 12% with a goal of 30% by 2030. All right, last look at the weather here tonight.
Well, we are finally feeling those cooler temperatures many of you have been looking forward to. 89 on the way tomorrow, back to 85 Wednesday, 84 Thursday. We'll be in the mid-80s as well. Friday, Saturday, we'll drop back to 82 Sunday, 83 on Monday. Very different from last week.
Very different indeed. That'll do it for this edition of Eyewitness News 11, The Late Show, with Stephen Kgpe is up next. Sleep well and good night.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
Most politicians only hurt you when they vote. The worst, like Rudy Salas, hurt you even when they don't. Salas skipped multiple votes to suspend the gas tax.